What just happened? Survivor 46 just gave birth to the most confusing tribal council to ever exist. But before we get into that, let's go over the rest of the episode first. The episode starts off with a very not racist band, very sad that they voted out the legend Tim. I'm right there with you, brother. And then Ben, Tiffany, and Kinsey are having a normal conversation, and then a Wolverine weapon axe flashback triggers and cues Cranium, and he is very upset that they're not talking strategy to the man they just backstabbed literally 5 minutes ago. And they all assume that Venus was voted out on the other tribe because no one can stand to be with her more than 5 minutes without wanting to pull their brain out of their head. But then they get hit with a curveball, and Soda was the actual one who got to Goda.
No one really enjoys working with her. No one trusts her. Venus is clearly a strong social player.
And then Venus tells everyone on the beach how she pulled off this amazing, immaculate blindside, which, even if that were true, you really shouldn't do that, cause then you're gonna be seen as a threat. And then we cut to Tevin laughing like an absolute maniac because he's actually the one who pulled off the Soda blindside. I think it was a bad move for whoever pulled it off. They should have got out Charlie, I'm not gonna lie. And then Tevin is talking to Liz about how much of a doofus Venus the Stinkus is. But here's the catch. Liz is actually saying that she's the one who pulled off the Soda blindside. I know. Can you believe that? And she actually has concrete evidence for why she believes that she pulled off the Soda blindside. Well, she actually said that she wanted Soda out. So, I mean, there's your evidence. And then Q creates perhaps the best piece of fabric to ever grace this universe, the Q skirt. And if Sia does not give him the Sia award just for the Q skirt alone, then that would be a travesty beyond repair. And remember the 6-person alliance that Tim was in, but then got voted out? Well, now they're trying to bring in Charlie to replace Tim. That is very racist. And then Charlie says he does not want to be in the alliance because he doesn't think he could beat any of them at the end. But we know the real reason is because none of them are Taylor Swift. And then Q somehow convinces everyone on the beach to play a game of hide and seek. But don't worry guys, there is strategy behind this because everyone knows if you're good at hide and seek, then you're also good at Survivor. So I would have been great at Survivor when I was 12. And Charlie is the seeker. And the first person he finds is Mariah, which is very weird because I forget she's even in the show half the time. And the next person they find is Venus. When Mom says that dinner's ready, but I go downstairs and it's actually not ready. And then they find Tevin 11 hiding in the grass. And then Venus the Stinkus talks about how even though we're playing a game meant for literal toddlers, you can tell a lot about a person's character by the way they play hide and seek. She said, oh, because Tiffany was hiding with a buff one, she doesn't think. That's kind of racist. And also, maybe it's just the fact that she doesn't care about the hide and seek game that Q wanted to play. Also, I'm not trying to be rude here, but this camera angle makes her nose look like Voldemort's. And then Liz is very happy because she found Q, but Q goes, big mistake! Now I know that you're playing the game, and you're playing hard, and you gotta go, Buster. And then Venus finds Kinsey, and I just think this clip of how she comes out of the grass is really funny. And then they find Mama Maria, who is also wearing her red buff, so Venus will definitely not think that she's smart either.
Maria, super creative.
So you are racist, huh? And Ben was like hiding under this thingamajig. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's poison ivy. I really don't know. And if there's one thing for sure, Ben's gotta go. And they couldn't find Hunter because he was hiding like 80 feet in this tree. So that's pretty epic. And then Tevin's trying to make a chessboard, but Venus will not let the soda vote go. So she's like, you know what, Tevin? You want to know how I pulled it off? So then she's like, and then she starts trying to give the man game strategies. Venus, what are you doing? And then Tiffany says that it's okay for Venus to stay for a little while longer because she would rather deal with a nuisance than a threat. But Tevin was like, what? You don't want to vote out Venus? That means you're not loyal to the Alliance, Busterino. And then Tevin tells Q, and Q goes, what? We gotta take out Tiffany right now. Q, please don't commit more black on black crime, brother. And then we head to the immunity challenge. When you got a poll, you got a poll. And then Jeff pulls out a big old bag of rice and says, you want the rice, you gotta have 4 people not do immunity in order to get it. And the only people who volunteered were Q and Liz. And everyone else was like, nope, I'm gonna win the challenge, so I'm not gonna sit out. And then the challenge starts, and half the players lose within the first 3 minutes. And can you believe the guy that climbed an 80-foot tree for hide and seek was actually able to win this challenge? And Q is very mad that they didn't get rice, despite half the cast lasting 2.4 seconds. And Q and Tevin and Hunter are trying to take out the very swag Tiffany. And then the very racist Liz is trying to take out Tevin. Excuse me? And then Tevin strangles a stick with his toes. And then Liz tells Q she wants Tevin out. Big mistake, Buddy Brown. And then Q tells Hunters that they don't have the votes to save Tevin. And then Hunter goes, screw that, I'm gonna go talk to people. And then Hunter is talking strategy to people, and Venus does this.
Venus, I love you. I'm really sorry. I have to talk to them. I know that's gonna piss
I'm
you
sorry,
off.
but y'all also realize the sun is setting and we all have talk. So, like, can y'all wrap it up in the next few minutes?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
At least poke her.
And then we head to perhaps the most chaotic and confusing tribal council to ever exist. The tribal council starts, and Q the Cutie says this.
I want to stop before we get deep into the tribal. The only person that's going home tonight is me.
Huh? Brother, what are you doing? You're not going home. And then Jeff goes, what? I've never seen this before in my entire life. Jeff, Sean did this last season. What are you yapping about? And then obviously everyone is super confused, so they all get up and start talking about the vote. And unfortunately, the swag Tevin is voted out in an 8-1 vote. Well guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, when I go to Survivor myself and murder all of the racist people, bye. Peace out. Yeah. Also, how many times are they going to reference the first boot in this season? We get it. The bro thinks several means 7. It's not that deep.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for season 45 Survivor. Now I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View, that's M-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or if you don't, you end up like me on season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!